Hello, my name is swissbianco. In this video I will talk about the 91mm Victorinox Yeoman MS metal saw. It was a bit crazy here, so I did not have the time to get this video online earlier. That is a Swiss Army knife that is in the last shipment that we got here. It's a brand new model, we never did that before. It's a limited edition made by Victorinox for swissbianco. What we did is basically start with the yeoman Swiss Army knife. Most of you do know this knife. It's one of our best seller in the 91mm line, and we got already a new run in stock of those as well. So we did start with this knife. It is a 3-layer knife and simply did add 1 layer more for the metal saw. We see that did add about 3mm thickness. The metal saw gives it more purpose for metal workers and for craftsmen. The yeoman itself is pretty unique in the combination. Many of you use those for a long time, including myself. So we're gonna open it up. We have on the first layer, as usually, the main blade and the combination tool that is on the bottom layer here. Then the next layer on this model is the metal saw, metal file, metal saw. We see on the bottom it has a saw blade. On the side we have the metal file, as well as here also we have a bit a point that you can use too, that is not sharp. We see here the nail nick, so it is easy to take in and out. Then we have the third layer, the Phillips and the magnifier. We use the newer variation of the magnifier glass, the old grayish mix of plastic and the glass lens is out of production for a long time, so the variation is up to level now on the current standards with the Phillips and the magnifier. Then on the top layer, number 4, we have the big scissor. That is the newer variation with the rivet instead of the screw. And that layer, that knife also has the split ring. And then on the back side we see the hook, the multi-purpose hook, and it has a nail file in it as well. So if you have a nail or something to file, you can use that here too. The hook has its own purposes. That did get a bit away, but it still has some function on it. Then we have here the corkscrew, and in the corkscrew is the small tiny screwdriver for the A-glasses. This one is the latest variation with the many corner variant. The original one was rounded off. This one is easier to hold on as it has more square cornered variation. Then many people don't know that on some Swiss Army knife, on the 91 variation, we have a pin in here. There, hopefully the camera see it, is a tiny little hole in the scale. That is not always the case. That can be, or it can't. It depends on the scale, of course, and when they were made, that it has that hole there for a straight pin, which also comes in handy sometimes. So Then, as we see, the pin is in the hole, then you simply slide it all the way in like that and close the corkscrew like that. It's gonna look. The scales, we did select black for this first edition of this knife. We have the regular small parts on it with the toothpick, and because they are plus scales, we have the pressure pen in the scale. That is a feature that comes in handy for sure too. On the other side we have the regular tweezer, so it's quite handy. Nice variant of the yeoman in those black scales. Of course, we have other colors of scales too in the plus variation, so if you want to have that in a like red, yellow, blue translucent, red translucent and all that, that is possible as well. So that much about the yeoman MS metal saw, which was made in April 2015 as a limited edition for swissbianco by Victorinox, a brand new model of a Swiss Army knife.